Hi guys, and welcome to the AB Auto channel. So in today's video I've had an issue with the Puma. The ABS light is on, so I'm gonna plug the scan tool in and show you exactly what's going on. So less chatting and I'm gonna get on with it now. Okay, so when I go to turn the ignition on, see the ABS light is on. If I start the car, usually that ABS light will go out. So there's an issue with the ABS. What I'm thinking is it's a sensor. So I have plugged my OBD scan tool into the OBD port, which is located in here on a Puma, and I want to go to scan and press OK, and then it's a European vehicle, and then it's European Ford, so there, EU Ford, okay. So you've got automatic and manual selection. Because I want to scan just the ABSs, so I want to do manual selection. And then it's a Puma, so go all the way down. There, Puma number 26, okay. And it's a 1.7 litre. And it's a 2000, and it's a Puma Z-Tech SE 2000, and yes, that's correct. Press yes. So air conditioning, yes, it's got it fitted. It doesn't have an EGR system, not fitted. So we want to do a control unit, and we want just the ABS. So we want to read the codes. Turn ignition on, okay. This one I must be careful. The test has detected a fault. So here we go, we've got, it's saying left front wheel speed sensor, input circuit fault and input signal missing. So that means to say that the ABS sensor needs replacing. So I actually knew this was going to happen, so I went on Amazon the other night and I ordered one. So it comes in a box like this. So next you will see me replacing the ABS sensor. So I've taken the wheel off the car, and the ABS sensor is right in here in the hub, and then it goes round in a loop and it connects up to a connector at the top. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these cable ties off like that. And then there's a little one at the top here. Cut that one off. And then, so when I look, you can see that it's been rubbing on something and it's basically damaged the wire, so it's not getting a proper signal. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect the connector, which I remember rightly is actually in the from the bonnet. I need to under the bonnet I need to disconnect. So disconnected it from that side. Now I need to pull it through here and then it's out. So that's the connector end. Just basically you just push a little pin in and it just slides out. It's only a 2-pin connector. So I'm gonna get you in nice and low here. The next is you undo, you just wriggle it off that. It's like a little bracket where you wriggle it off like that. And then the next stage is what I use is I use like a big flat-headed screwdriver, and I slowly wiggle it out until I get a little gap there, and then I like just wiggle this back and forth until it comes out the little hole like that. So then the old one is out. So on further inspection, it's actually severed the wire there. I don't know if it'll focus, but it's severed that wire there, and it's completely disconnected. So that's why it's not making a connection anymore. So that's the old one out. So I'll get the nice new one out of its packaging. So a nice brand new one. I like to start by doing this end. So put it through here, and then I push it. Sometimes it's easy if you put a bit of grease on the end here because it's so rusty inside there, and then you've got to match that notch up. So that wriggles in like that, and then we connect that bit up down there to the bracket again. It's a bit fiddly, but if you keep gently pushing it in, it will go back in. I think it goes in one way. Right, so that's in there, and then I'll route the other end across here. Oh, it's put back out again. Because it's a new, I'm just going to spray a bit of silicone spray on it to get it into that bracket. So use a bit of silicone spray. I'm just going to spray it on that rubber bit to give it a bit of lubrication. Go into that bracket. There we go. Right, it's gone in there now. But then this bit I usually like to cable tie it there, and then I'm going to put this end through here just to get you up so you can see what I'm actually doing. So I like to thread it through the back of the strut. And then push it up through that hole there. And then it plugs into the connector inside. And then I'm just going to cable tie it to the brake hose there and cable tie it down here to stop it from rubbing against the wheel or anything. But I'm not going to show you on video how to do that because it's a bit boring. So yeah guys, that is how you replace an ABS sensor if it's gone faulty and you get a code come up. So it usually takes you about 10 minutes. It's a 10-minute job, it's not long, and it will save you a fortune from getting a car mechanic to do it. So when you have installed a new sensor, as soon as you go over 10 miles per hour, the ABS light will automatically go out. So don't go in the car and start the car and panic because the ABS light is still on. It's because it has to read the speed before it goes back out. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helped you out. If it did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. AB Auto out.